Good afternoon, and thank you for being here. I call today's press conference because I believe the public should hear directly from me, not through headlines, social media, or court filings, about how the Topeka Police Department responds to when questions are raised about our organization and our officers. Today, I want to discuss two unrelated incidents that have both generated public attention. Although they involve different circumstances, they are connected by one common principle. This department has an obligation to follow the facts wherever they lead. Sometimes those facts require us to acknowledge that we need to improve. Other times, those facts require us to publicly affirm when our officers acted lawfully, professionally, and appropriately. Accountability demands both. This afternoon, I will discuss each of those situations. But before I do, I want to acknowledge the Training Advisory Council members that are here today. In the back of the room, if you could just raise your hand, Dr. Melanie Worsley and Ms. Nikki Ramirez-Jennings, I believe. Thank you for being here today. The first matter I want to address involves concerns that have been raised regarding a training slide that was used by the Topeka Police Department in 2019. Let me begin by saying this. I was not the chief of police when the presentation was created or delivered. However, I am the chief of police today. And leadership means accepting responsibility for the department you lead, not just for its successes, but also for ensuring it continues to improve. This press conference is not about assigning blame or to an individual instructor or to our police academy. It's about leadership, transparency, accountability, and continuous improvement. Our review determined that this presentation with this language was used during a recruit academy class in 2019 and was not used again after that. The presentation itself focused extensively on crisis intervention, behavior management, mediation, officer professionalism, and de-escalation techniques. One phrase contained within that presentation has understandably caused concern. Regardless of how it may have been intended at the time, I understand why members of our community would question whether it reflects the values and expectations of the Topeka Police Department today. That's why I believe it was important to address this issue openly. As chief, I believe the public deserves to know not only how we respond to critical incidents, but also how we evaluate ourselves and improve our organization. In fact, long before this issue became public, we had already begun implementing significant reforms to strengthen our training, modernize our de-escalation practices, and increase community involvement in how our officers are trained. This commitment to transparency, accountability, and continuous improvement did not begin today. More than a year ago, I made the decision to transition the TPD to PERF's nationally recognized ICAT de-escalation program that's integrating communications, assessments, and tactics. An evidence-based approach that emphasizes communication, critical thinking, time, distance, cover, and the preservation of life whenever circumstances allow. Every member of this department, including myself, has completed that training, and our most recent recruit academy was trained using that curriculum. Policing continues to evolve, and so should police training. My expectation is that our officers receive training grounded in constitutional policing, evidence-based practices, sound tactics, and respect for every person we serve. That philosophy guided our decision to adopt ICAT, and it continues to guide every improvement we make today. At the same time, we established a Training Advisory Council because I believe police training benefits from professional expertise, community perspectives, and continuous improvement and review. The council has already attended our ICAT training, reviewed the curriculum, and provided valuable input as we implemented this new evidence-based program. Last week, I met with the Training Advisory Council to discuss this issue and seek their recommendations. I wanted to hear from them before speaking publicly because meaningful accountability includes listening to others and being willing to improve. I appreciate the council's willingness to provide thoughtful input as we continue strengthening our training programs. As a result of that discussion, beginning with our next Recruit Academy, the Council will participate in a structured review of our Academy curriculum and provide recommendations to help ensure our training reflects departmental policy, constitutional policing, evidence-based practices, professional standards, and the expectations of the community we serve. In addition, the Council will assist in developing a formal curriculum review checklist to provide constant quality assurance for Academy lesson plans before they are presented to recruits. We cannot change what was taught in 2019. We can and we will ensure that the training we provide today reflects our values, current professional standards, and evidence-based policing. This is why we moved to PERF's ICAT training. This is why we created the Training Advisory Council, and that's why we're expanding the Council's role in reviewing Academy curriculum, beginning with the next recruit class in August. Transparency is not limited to body-worn camera videos. Transparency also means being willing to examine ourselves honestly, acknowledge where improvements can be made, and take meaningful action. The men and women of this department come to work every day to serve this community with professionalism and integrity. They deserve training that reflects the highest standards of modern policing, and our community deserves confidence that we are continually evaluating and improving how our training is delivered. Our responsibility is not simply to police this community, it's to earn and maintain its trust. That requires transparency, accountability, and a commitment to continuous improvement. That's what we're building, that's what we are building, and that's what the department that I'm committed to leading. Before I move on to the second matter, I will take, I think it's easier to flow to take questions on both matters at the end of the second matter so we can get through this presentation. The second matter, the issue I've just discussed demonstrates one side of accountability. When the evidence shows that we need to improve as an organization, we have a responsibility to acknowledge it openly, take corrective action, and continue moving forward. But accountability has another side. It also requires us to conduct fair, thorough, and objective reviews before reaching conclusions about the actions of our officers. Sometimes those reviews reveal that changes are necessary. Other times they demonstrate that an officer acted lawfully, professionally, and within the standards our community expects. Leadership requires me to be equally honest in both situations. The second matter I want to address involves a recent use of force incident involving one of our officers who was working approved off-duty employment at Walmart while serving in his capacity as a sworn Topeka police officer. Like the training issue I just discussed, this matter generated understandable public interest. Unlike the training issue, though, the facts led us to a very different conclusion. Before discussing the incident itself, I think it's important to clarify one point. The officer was working off-duty employment at Walmart, but he was working in his capacity as a sworn police officer, full police uniform, exercising his authority as a law enforcement officer, and was expected to perform his duties according to the same laws, policies, and professional standards as he were on duty. The fact that this incident occurred while he was working approved off-duty employment doesn't change the standards by which we evaluated his actions. Those standards remain the same. A video involving one of our officers is circulated widely on social media. I understand why members of the community had questions after watching that video. The video has circulated publicly showing only the middle portion of the encounter. It did not show what led up to the interaction. It did not show everything the officer was responding to, and it did not show how the incident concluded. As chief, I have an obligation to ensure that neither the public nor our officers are judged based only on a portion of the facts. Before we view the videos, I'd like to briefly explain what this incident was about. The incident began inside a Walmart after store personnel requested assistance with an adult who refused repeated requests to leave the store. The individual's 17-year-old son was also present during the encounter, along with the Walmart asset protection personnel and other customers. An officer was working approved off-duty at Walmart, responded to assist. During the encounter, the adult refused repeated lawful commands and resisted the officer's efforts to take him into custody. As officers attempted to control the situation, officer and security attempted to control the situation, a bystander attempted to physically interfere with the officer's efforts to arrest the individual, and the officer used reasonable force to move the bystander away so he could safely continue taking the person into custody. A use of force involving pepper spray was then deployed inside the store. The encounter continued into the parking lot as the individual continued to resist the officer's attempts to take him into custody until additional officers arrived and the arrest was safely completed. The videos you are about to see capture the entire sequence of events, from the initial contact inside the store to the conclusion of the incident outside. They provide the complete context that was not available in the brief portion of the encounter that circulated on social media. Before we begin, I want to explain the order in which you'll see these videos. First, we'll show the portion of the video that was circulated on social media. On this screen, it's a little grainy. I'm sure you can find it online on social media. But we'll show the social media video first. We're doing so because it's important for everyone to understand exactly what members of the community saw and why it generated questions. Immediately afterward, we will show store surveillance video together with the officer's body-worn camera. Those videos capture the events leading up to the encounter, the circumstances surrounding the use of force, and what occurred afterwards. As you watch, I want you to pay close attention not only to the moment when force was used, but also everything that occurred before and after. Police encounters cannot be fairly evaluated by looking at one isolated moment. They must be viewed in their entirety and evaluated based on the totality of the circumstances known to the officer as the events unfolded. The purpose of releasing these videos today is not to ask anyone to simply accept our conclusions. It's to provide the complete context so the public can see the entire encounter for themselves. At this time, we will play the social media clip, followed immediately by the store's surveillance video, and then the officer's body-worn camera footage.
I'm not doing nothing. I told him to go leave the store. You have to leave the store. I want your badge number now. You go now.
Oh my God.
Where's the fucking manager over here?
That's the social media clip that we were sent. The next video is the Walmart video. The video has a little bit of dead time, and when the altercation starts, off to the side when the subject refuses to leave, it's a little bit off camera, but the officer's body-worn camera will capture what we don't see here. The subject is wearing a hat with a white shirt in the middle of the video. You'll see Walmart security in a red shirt at one point coming to speak to the individual. this point to your left, you'll see the Walmart security officer, red shirt, the third-party bystander in the gray shirt. The officer and the subject. Bystander moves in to interfere. Push back. This video does not show the pepper spray, but you'll have a better idea with the officer's body-worn camera.
Listen to me. Listen to me. I've done nothing. Manager wants you to leave. You don't leave, I'm going to escort you out. You understand?
I've done nothing.
You understand?
I've done nothing.
I'm giving you a lawful order to leave the store. I'm giving you a lawful order. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Stop. Stop. Hey. I'm not joking. Hey, I'm not resisting. Let go of my father, bro. Let's go. Let's go. I'm not resisting, bro. Go on. On the ground now. You're on the ground now. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing nothing. Stop. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing, bro. I go to jail. I'm not doing nothing. Stop. Stop. I don't care. I'm not doing nothing. I don't care. I told him to leave the store. Give him a lawful order. Get back. Get back. Get back. You're sued. You want to go to jail too? No. Get out of here then. I told him to go leave the store. He had to leave the store. You need to go now. Who's going to jail? Come on, let's stop. 1351. I gave him a lawful order to leave, not listening. 1351, start my unit at Walmart East, please.
I need help. I did nothing.
I need to clarify.
You need to sit out. You're under arrest. You understand?
I need help.
You need to stop.
I've done nothing. I need help.
You're not free to leave.
I've done nothing.
You're under arrest.
I've done nothing. I need help.
You need to stop now. All right, more officers are coming.
I need help.
You're going to go to jail.
I've done nothing.
Sit down, dog.
I gave you a lawful order. You need to sit down.
I need help.
You need to stop.
I need help. That's what I need. You need to assist me. Go
sit down over here.
I'm going to go
You need
blind.
to sit down.
I need help. I need
You're
help.
going to jail.
I need help.
Yes, he is.
For what? I need
Where's this
help.
one? Give him to the officer. I gave him a lawful order to leave the store. He didn't listen. I don't care if you don't care. You need to back up too.
I need help.
I don't care.
He's a
I'll
blood.
spray you too.
I
Stay
need
back.
help. Don't
Stay
spray
back.
him. Don't do it. Stay back.
Get back now.
Stay back. I need
You
help.
understand?
I need help.
You're going to jail. You are not
I
free to
need
leave.
help. Somebody stand up and do the right thing. I need help.
51, you
I need
start
help.
supervising
I'm
as well,
gonna go
please.
blind. He's not assisting me. He needs to help me, not hurt me.
I'm sorry, can I?
Fred,
You start a
Fred, you
supervisor
help me,
as well,
Fred.
please.
I need water, bro. You can't give me water, Fred.
Any supervisor available on East?
I need water. I need water.
You're under arrest to go to jail.
I've done nothing to you. I've done nothing.
Step one.
I gave you a lawful order to leave the store. You didn't leave the store. You're under arrest. You need to sit down.
I've done nothing.
We're not going to play this game.
I'm not playing again. I need help. Son, give me my key. My truck. Truck. Son, give me
51
my
at
key.
411. I'm by myself out here.
I've
Pepper
done
sprayed
nothing. I need
individual.
water. I'm
Not following
fine.
instructions. Signal 2. Trying to take him down, and I'm not trying to fight him by myself. So
I've
just
done
get some extra people out
nothing.
here to get him under arrest.
I'm not resisting.
I didn't catch all that. You need your back 1039.
I need help.
At the moment, no, I'm just following him.
Help.
He's not listening to me. I tried to take him down by myself, but pepper sprayed him, and he still won't sit
I
down.
need help. Nobody.
Units responding to Walmart, go 1039, please.
You're all right, bro.
You need to sit down. You are under arrest. Do you understand me?
Nothing. Bro, I'm
The
not nothing.
23.
You were given a lawful
30
order
California
to stop
Avenue,
and leave the
Walmart,
store. You did not listen.
139 at
It's
1824.
criminal trespassing, interference. Do you understand me? You need to sit down. Okay, you can say it all you want. You're still going to jail.
1823.
Well, I'm trying to help you, but you're not listening to me. You need to sit down. You're not following orders. How many times did I tell you to sit down and stop? You understand? You're still not listening. I don't care. Not following orders. I gave you a lawful order. You're giving a lawful order. Sit down on the curb over here. Do you understand? Okay, well, I'm starting to understand. Stop. Stop. Stop now.
Now you can go. No!
You are under arrest.
Help!
You are under arrest. Put your hands behind your back.
No, bro.
Put your hands behind your back. Yes.
I can't.
Stop.
Help me, bro.
Stop.
Help me, bro. Help!
You are under arrest. Order 5. Now we're in the club car wash. Drive-through. He's still walking away. Black male. White shirt. Sweatpants. Continue to resist me.
10-4.
About to cross California.
Medical coming?
Nope, not yet. Not till you sit down. I'd love to if you'd stop walking. You're gonna go to jail.
Water, man!
You're going to jail.
Water!
Stop. You are under arrest. Do you not understand what I'm saying? You're gonna go to jail. It's gonna be worse for you if you keep going.
I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. Why you following me?
A person will enter the criminal court. You are under arrest. You need to stop now. It's gonna get worse. You need to stop.
Man, it's gonna get away. Nothing happened.
You're under arrest. You need to stop now. Do you understand me?
I didn't do anything.
It's about to get worse for you. You need to stop.
It's gonna get worse.
You are under arrest. Now.
What is he doing? Can you make the oh no? I'll cooperate with you, bro. I will cooperate with you. Bro, you tripping, bro. You're tripping, bro. You're tripping.
Stop.
You're tripping, bro.
Put your other hand behind your back.
Don't take my phone. Don't take my phone.
Put your hand behind your back.
I am.
Got a knife on him.
I am. Yes. Take it, please. I'm not trying to be.
Yeah, now you're not.
I never was.
Pull your other hand out.
Never was. I can't move. You're squishing my neck. I can't
on
move.
your neck.
You're on my head. You're on my head.
No, I'm on your head.
I can't. I can't. I can't move.
Knock it off.
I can't. I'm
I
not
know.
doing anything.
This is the 5th time.
I'm not doing
You're
anything.
under arrest. Criminal
Stop.
trespass and resisted. You understand
I'm
me?
not doing anything. I'm not doing
Okay.
anything.
You need to back up now. Get up. Get up.
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, he resisted arrest, criminal trespassing. You need to leave now.
son, please.
You tell the shop. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Get back now. Here's your dad's son. Get out of here.
I can't. I need help. I can't see. I'm blind. He faced me. Y'all ain't trying to help. I can't see, bro. I need. I'm serious. Y'all can't be serious.
At this time, we'll take questions from the invited media.
I need to conclude with one more thing, Dave. Before we do that, you just seen the complete encounter from beginning to end. Our review included every available piece of evidence, including the Walmart video, officer's body-worn camera, witness statements, reports, department policy, and applicable law. After reviewing the complete incident, not a single clip, we concluded that the officer's use of force was objectively reasonable under the totality of the circumstances and fully consistent with departmental policy. I also want to say something directly about this officer. This officer came under significant public scrutiny after an incomplete portion of this incident was shared online. Public scrutiny comes with this profession, and every officer understands that. What officers should also expect is that their department will conduct fair, objective and thorough investigations before reaching conclusions. When an officer violates the law, our policies or public trust, I will hold that officer accountable. But when an officer acts professionally and within policy, I believe that officer deserves the full support of this department's leadership. Our officers should know this. If the facts show they violated the law, our policies, I will hold them accountable. But when the facts show they acted lawfully and professionally, they should also know that their chief will stand beside them. Today, based on all of the evidence, I stand behind this officer and professionalism he demonstrated throughout this incident. Transparency is not simply about releasing video, it's about releasing the complete picture. Accountability is not simply acknowledging mistakes, it's also about acknowledging when our officers have acted appropriately. In both of the matters we've discussed today, the facts determine our response. In one case, the facts required organizational improvement. In the other, the facts required me to publicly support one of our officers. Those are not inconsistent positions. They're exactly what leadership requires. Our responsibility is to follow the facts where they lead. This is how we build trust with our community. This is how we earn confidence of our officers. This is how we strengthen our department. And that's what it means to be an agency on the move. Thank you. I will answer questions to the extent I can. However, there is pending litigation involving the training slide matter. I will not discuss facts or matters that are properly before the courts. I will answer questions regarding the Walmart incident and our review to the extent possible.
Do we have questions from the media?
Can you clarify what day the Walmart incident occurred, day and rough time?
I believe on the video is dated June 12th.
Which Walmart was it?
What was the address of that? California, over California Avenue.
Are there any details you can give us about why the subject was asked to leave the Walmart in the first place?
We just know of a prior disturbance or something that drew the security's attention, and they tried getting them to check out, and then there's something beyond that where they said, just go get the officer and get him to leave. So that was their prerogative.
Could you give us the name of the subject who was asked to leave the Walmart?
I'm not going to disclose any of these names today, to be fair. If I don't disclose the officer's name, I won't disclose the subject's name.
Was that subject arrested ultimately, and if so, what was he charged with?
Yes, he was ultimately arrested. Initial offense was criminal trespass, and I believe resisting and maybe attempting to flee. There were 3 charges.
Was there any charges for carrying a knife?
No, there were no charges on the arrest report. That's just a safety procedure.
You had talked about earlier how officers with TPD are trained under the ICAT standard. Does the investigation point to consistency with those ICAT standards in this incident specifically?
Well, I'll leave that to the general public. It just, as I said, the ICAT training, which this officer's been through, it teaches de-escalation, time, distance, cover. Not a hesitation on a use of force if you think you can do it, but do you need to? So judging how long the walking portion of it was asking him repeatedly to surrender, making sure that he understood he was under arrest, I think it's pretty clear. I think reasonable people would understand that this officer was not trying to escalate situations. He was trying to de-escalate and thinking. Policing situations like this are rapidly evolving. So when you're in the presence at the moment, we have to evaluate on what he did at the moment, not necessarily what he could have done or what he should, this way or that. Looking at him in the totality of the circumstances he was in, did it seem reasonable?
So the council that's looking at training issues, what specific is the charge that is given them to accomplish? What
we've asked him to do, and this is newly formed, you might have seen it announced sometime back a few months. The charge, we're in development, but the charge going forward is the next academy class reviewing curriculum and making sure it meets professional and community standards. Each person on the Training Advisory Council was chosen for their area of expertise or their credibility within the community, and also specifically for the training slide incident is to help us develop a accountability or checklist process, whatever that looks like, to ensure that every training curriculum that we put out meets all the professional training standards and of course meets community standards. So that's the immediate charge.
How many members are on the Training Advisory Council?
There are 3.
And the training slide that was discussed today, that was formulated in 2019, was it a part of the department's training clear up until last year, or?
What I'm willing to disclose is it was used once in 2019.
Regarding the Walmart incident, the investigation happened and it's concluded, is that correct?
That's correct.
What is the status of the officer? Is he back out on the force?
He was never under any type of suspension or any administrative leave. The use of force, to be clear on uses of force in general, they all undergo a general review. We have a process depending on the type of force that was involved, but they all get reviewed routinely.
And that's an internal investigation?
Correct.
Do we have any more questions from the media?
Chief, after watching this video and knowing your training, how proud are you of this officer that it could have been so much worse? They obviously could have pulled their sidearm and, you know.
I think he listened to the training. Sometimes, use of force and decision-making in the process involves maybe putting aside your pride. You see, he tried to intervene twice. He just figured out he couldn't do it. So he did the right thing. He waited for backup. When those things are evolving and we teach them to continually assess as you're going along, hence ICAT, integrating communications, assessments, and tactics, on the move, which is a dynamic situation, and using the best response and the best strategic response that you can in the moment. And for him, we're going to wait, and that worked.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief.